Different organizations have different governance needs. Our goal at Collate is to automate the governance around your data, while also maintaining flexibility, since governance processes that are manual or rigid fail to scale with your data and your teams. We've leveraged a new automated governance framework to deliver an enhanced Glossary approval workflow. In the Workflows tab under Govern, you can now see the internal governance workflows present in the platform. This view will show you the steps involved in the approval process for a Glossary term. Let's go through it. We first check if the term has reviewers. If not, the new term is automatically approved. Otherwise, we added a new status, in review. You can define a set of rules that the Glossary term needs to follow before it can be reviewed. By default, we are requiring the description to be set, but you can change these requirements, such as requiring custom properties, owners, or any other properties supported by Glossary terms. Once the change is made to a Glossary term that makes it match all with the requirements, the status will change to in review and a task will be opened. Otherwise, if the term does not follow those rules, it will stay in draft. Finally, the reviewers will be able to either accept or reject the term. If we now check the Configuration tab, we can see more information about the workflow. It is based on Glossary terms, and it is triggered when both terms are created and when they are updated. This means that now, any changes to a Glossary term will trigger this process, moving the term back to a draft or review state when necessary. Let's try this. First, we'll define a term without any reviewers. As you can see, it was automatically approved. Now, let's make sure the workflow is triggering by adding the admin as a reviewer. If I create a new term, it's automatically created as draft, but I've added a description, so I would expect the term to actually appear in the in review state. If I filter that status, this is actually there. This task has been created and the term can be approved. Now let's go back to our workflow and make some changes to see what happens. I'm going to edit the rules for a term to go from the draft state to the in review state. In this case, I'm going to add rules where the legal entity custom property needs to be set in order for a term to change states. Now, if I go back to the glossary, I'm going to create a new term. As you can see, it's in draft mode, and even though I wait, it will not move on its own to the in review state, because the legal entity custom property hasn't been set. If I now go and set the legal entity custom property, the governance workflow will trigger in real time, and it will automatically move this term from draft to in review. And as you can see, the task has been created as well. If I approve it, this will automatically move it to approved. But what happens if I now change this custom property? This would break the rules, because we know the custom property legal entity is currently set to be required. In this case, the workflow will kick in again, and will move the term back to draft. With our new automated governance framework, starting with our enhanced glossary approval workflow, you can now ensure data quality and compliance while maintaining the flexibility your organization needs. Collate.